I think creating an awareness about it in the first instance was important. The guidelines on bullying hadn't been changed or looked at since 1993. Ireland was a very different place, the world was a very different place, specifically in the area of homophobic bullying. There was no real mention or attitude to it in those guidelines. I think that reflected perhaps a different culture in terms of attitudes to things like gay marriage and equality and the right of people not to be discriminated in their workplace, because the protection against such discrimination wasn't legislated for until 1994, 1995. So it was necessary to make those changes, because the other dimension was the 24/7 nature of cyberbullying and social media, and tragically then some high-level cases that got a lot of publicity. Now, were they due exclusively to bullying? One would have to say it was a big factor, but if everybody committed suicide from bullying, we'd have much, much larger numbers. So thankfully, that's not the case, but we have to be conscious of it. And there's an aspect to the bullying that flies below the radar that I'm aware of and I've seen and know of, and that is the bright young person in the classroom, or the pretty bright young, not just bright but also pretty as well, who becomes the object of envy and gets bullied outside the classroom and goes from being a vivacious, open, energetic, enthusiastic personality into simply not opening their mouth or not putting up their hand. And in many cases gets quite depressed. And that's a form of consequence of bullying as well, that doesn't get the same kind of profile. And it's a real problem. So making everybody aware of it and ensuring that there was buy-in from all of the groups, and there has been great buy-in, even from the more traditional and the more conservative groups who do recognise that homophobic bullying in all of its forms is bullying and has to be confronted.